Hello, everyone. Welcome to uh, the solutions for your first homework dash one dash one. Now, I want to apologize ahead of time. I wanted to post this earlier, but I'll be quite honest with you, I never made videos before, so it was kind of a new experience for me. And I was trying to do this on a video camera and a board. It did not come out well at all. Nothing would show up, and it's several frustrating hours. So I want to address that. So I'm doing it with a program called Snagit screenshot editor. And it's really neat because I can now flip back from Word or other programs to here really relatively easy, and it's better because you can actually see me code. I found that to be a lot better. Secondly, I want to say I'm not going to have 4 homeworks this week. I'm just going to have 3. And I want you guys just to focus on 3 homeworks because we don't want to start off too fast. So get you used to it. And the third thing is I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate how I think through the problem and how you should think through problems, how you should operate. So let's get started. Okay, and you're going to have to get used to these type of questions, and by the time you see my explanation, you'll be able to understand. So question 1 is under skeleton code. And I've titled it skeleton code because all the questions that refer under this heading skeleton code will be related to your skeleton code. So the first thing is see the skeleton code below. Okay, name, date, program, description. So we start here and we end all the way here. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to save this to your computer and call it skeleton. You may also save this as a text file or Notepad or MS Word so you can copy and paste it to your JGraphs. This is actually better, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, if I went ahead and took this program, okay, copy, and I went to JGraphs, I went to my program Hello World, okay, and I pasted it. Okay, and it's right there. Okay, and I saved it, and it's great, beautiful. And then, oops, I deleted it. It's gone. Now your program is gone. Okay, and you're not going to be able to call it back. You may call it back with the undo button, but yeah, you got lucky there. Let's just say you completely forgot the whole thing's erased. Now it's over. Okay, so what I want you to do is, this is the best way to do this, is you just follow what I do. I'm going here, hit new, hit create, okay? And I'm going to go to homework 1-1, take the skeletal program and just copy, okay? Right click, copy, okay? Or you can use this command up here. Go up here to document 1. I can use paste or I can right click paste. File, save as, Word document. Now I can save this as either Word document or I can save it as, plain text or text. I really don't care. But just to make things easier, call it Word document. And I'm going to go ahead and save it to my desktop, okay, and call this template, or I can call it skeleton, okay? And I'm going to save it. And, I want to go replace it. I already did this ahead of time, so that's why I'm replacing the file. Okay. So now what happens is I want to open up a program for homework 1, part 1. How do I do that? Okay, I can go ahead and I lost the skeleton code. I don't know what to do. Well, this was going to make your life easier. Come here to your template program, okay, and you copy template program. Right click, copy, okay, go here, paste. Beautiful. Okay. Now we're going to save this as name of file, so we're going to have to eventually figure out how to save it. So I'm going to call this template, or I'm going to call it whatever I want, homework 1, part 1, Q1, right? Now, this answers your second question, by the way. So the second question is, I'm sorry, let me go back, it's a little disorganized. So now we did that, we copied and pasted, okay? Second question says, from the skeleton program above, we were just there, what does public class name of file mean? In other words, describe the significance. So part 1 is, what can we label? Well, we can label whatever we want as long as it starts with a letter. So here, it starts with the letter. Okay? And the second thing is, it's asking, the second part asks you, how is it relevant to saving your file name? Basically, it says the file name you save it must match word for word to name of file. So for example, public class, Capitolate grades, okay, must mean that you should save the file as Capitolate grades. So here, we want to save this as homework 1 P1, right? That's what we're calling it. We're going to save as, and it's going to assume homework 1 P1 and probably do it for you because it's really pointing back to public class right there. You save it, okay? And that's the answer to number 2. Real easy, okay? Real easy, okay? Nothing hard. And go ahead and close out template so you don't need template anymore, okay? And you'll be operating here. Just follow what I do and you'll see what happens, okay? So do me a favor, okay. So now, the third question is, do we code in the first curly braces within public class name of file? No. Your answer is no. You do not code here or anywhere here. Your code is between public static void, this curly brace, and this curly brace. And all your code is here. To make it easier, we have the comment begin program and end program. So I'm going to pause the video. Go ahead and pause the video and do questions 1 and 2, and we will resume. Okay, now, welcome back. I want to answer question number 3. Question number 3 says, what is the significance of public static void main string bracket args? In other words, what does this whole statement represent and where do we insert our code? Okay. I don't want you to memorize this. I just want to be able to identify it. If you see this long funny thing, just say, hey, this is where I start my code. Okay, you don't have to print this out over and over again. This is why you have the skeleton program. For our purposes, public static void main string, let us know where we can code. We insert our code after the first curly braces. For example, here's our skeletal code, okay, besides the comments. And here's where we put our code, right here. In fact, I should just make it red. That's probably a good idea. Help you guys figure that out. Insert my code here, okay? So there should be no issues, okay? So if I go to my JGrass, this is where I code, not anywhere else. Real easy, okay? Now, comments. How do we comment? Well, we comment using the double bracket. So if I want to comment, this is an example, Java is fun. So I go to my JGrass, and I go, Java is fun. One thing important to note is I can comment anywhere I like. I can comment here. I can comment here. I can comment here, wherever, right? My choice. So commenting you can do anywhere, but coding you have to do within these curly braces under public static void. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and erase all this stuff here real quick. Okay, save. Okay, now question number 5. Actually, before I go to question number 5, go ahead and practice some comments. Pause the video, practice some comments, and then we'll just continue. Welcome back. Question number 5. It says, give 2 examples of important comments in the skeleton code. So, first one is here. Okay. So the first important comment is here. The second important comments are here and here. So again, example 1. Again, example number 2. Okay. Why is this important? Well, now we can say, well, question number 6 is why do we comment? And there's 3 reasons. And part 1 says use it as a way to insert our personal information on the code. So again, I put, double bracket name, your name, double bracket date, your date, today's date. So I'm going to go to JGrass, and I'm going to put my name, okay? Ronnie, today's date, March 11th, 2015. Okay. Program description, this program outputs results from homework 1, part 1. Okay? Really easy. Save. So the whole point is to show, if someone wants to read your program, they will know who it is, when you turned it in or when you wrote it, and really kind of what this program does in general. So it's kind of an overall description. That's the first reason. Okay. Question 6, part 2 says, describe a section of code, public static main void. I'm sorry, the answer to question 6, part 2 says, describe public static. I'm sorry, let's do this again. Question 6, the second reason we use comments is to describe the section of code, public static main arg, and so here it describes the first bracket. Here is describing the second bracket. Okay? So I'll give an example. Here again, begin program, but let's do a little more tangible. System.out print line. Okay. Java is really fun. Okay. Save. Compile. Okay. We're going to run it. Java is really fun. Okay. What does this do? Well, it actually prints it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to say what this line of code does. So double bracket, double dash, double line, and put the outputs the outputs Java is really. Okay. So when you have these lines of code and you want to describe your code, when you need to describe your code because other people have to figure out what it is. So oftentimes someone doesn't know Java or someone doesn't know another programming language. You go through it and you can say, oh, well, I don't really know anything about this language, but I can follow what this code is doing. Okay. So we bring it down to question number, part number 3. Part number 3, it says to nullify a line of code we don't want to use currently, but we want to erase it. Okay. For example, systemout.println I am 12 years old. Here, we'll print out I am 12 years old. Right beneath it, systemout.println my name is Bob is going to print out my name is Bob. Okay. Now, if we insert the comment systemout.println here, and we have systemout.println my name is Bob here, this is going to print out, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. This is going to print out my name is Bob, and it's going to skip this line. And I will show you how this works, okay? So let me erase this. Type in system.out.println. I'm kidding. I'd rather play video games. Save. Compile. Run. Java is really fun. I'm kidding. I'd rather play video games. Now let's just say, oh shoot, okay, great. The instructor is not looking. I'm going to take out fun. Okay. I'm going to save it. Compile it. Run it. Shows, look, I'm kidding. I'd rather play video games. So it takes out the first line completely. Okay. But we don't want to erase it. So I said, the instructor's coming back. I need to impress him, otherwise, I'm going to get a bad grade. So I'm going to comment out this line, and it's going to compile, run. Java is really fun. So, this is really easy, guys. Okay? Save. So right now, I'm going to pause the video, and I want you to review what we went over on question number 6, question number 5, and question number 4. Pause the video now, and we will then go to question number 7. Okay, everyone, now it's question number 7. Question number 7 says, what are the 2 things that the command system out println hello everyone do? Well, the first part, it prints out hello everyone on the screen. Part 2 says, then it goes to the next line. And I'm going to prove it. Okay, I'm going to show you something. Okay, I'm going to take this comment out here. I don't like comments. Now, save, compile, run. I'm kidding, period. I'd rather play video games. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and make this a new print line statement. So I'm going to go here, close that off. I'm lazy. I don't like to write the whole thing out over and over again. So just watch what I do, and you can practice when you're by yourself. When you practice when you stop watching this video. So now these are in two different statements, right? I'm going to save it, compile it, and run. And you see, look, I'm kidding. Next line, I'd rather play video games, as opposed to I'm kidding, I'd rather play video games. So your print line statement prints it, and this line command here, okay, ln, goes to the next line. This is very important to know, okay? Okay. Here, what is the significance of the semicolon part? So question 8 is, what is the significance of the semicolon at the end of the command? Here. This semicolon is real important, okay? So let's take this. If I take this out, I'm going to take this out. I'm going to save it. I'm going to compile it. It gives me an error, okay? Why does it give me an error? Because it says the semicolon means, look, this is the end of this command. It doesn't know if it's the end of the command, so it cannot. So as it goes through the line here, you take out the semicolon, and then it ends the program. Okay, it kicks out. So is this program over? It doesn't know it doesn't know the command's over. It's going over. So semicolon here. Okay. So if I take the semicolon out here, I save it, I compile it. Look, it's pointing to system out. I'm kidding, right? And look at where the compile is. See here, it's pointing to something's missing here. It doesn't know, so it says, look, Java 15 error semicolon expected. So it expects a semicolon there, and it's pointing out where it is. So it's pointing to exactly. It's telling you exactly where the problem is. If you don't have a semicolon here, it's going to read this, and it's going to read this, and it doesn't know it's two different commands, and you got a problem. So you have a semicolon, okay? So the semicolon, to answer your question, number 8, it tells the computer that it's the end of the command and to go to the next command. Okay. I'm going to pause the video here. I apologize. I'm going to pause the video here. I'm going to let you answer practice question 7 and practice question 8. And we will move forward to question 9 and question 10. So let's pause here. Now, welcome back. Question 9 tells us, please label the following symbols. Okay. So these little funny things right here, these little squiggly lines, okay, these are called curly brackets. You need to know what these are. So here's the curly bracket, here's the curly bracket, here's the curly bracket. That's great. All right. This is called a regular bracket. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let me go back. These are called curly braces, right? Like on your teeth, braces. Some of you have them. Bracket. So curly braces. Again, these are curly braces. Okay. These are called brackets. Okay, they're straight. So example of bracket is here. Brackets do other functions. Okay. These are called parentheses. You should know this. Okay. So this is a parentheses here. Okay. Parentheses here. Parentheses here. It's fun. These are called angle brackets, and I have not discussed angle brackets yet, but you still need to know they're angle brackets. All right? Easy, no problem. Just know it. Number 10. Do these symbols in question 9 and above mean the same thing, like in normal life? Sometimes we take quotation, we take parentheses, and sometimes we put brackets, sometimes we put braces. We interchange them in everyday use. No. In answer in Java, no, they have different purposes. I should write in Java. And let's just put in Java. They have different purposes and different meanings when we code. Okay? So you can't interchange. So the part 2 of 10 says, can the symbols in question 9 here be interchangeable? Can the symbols be above used interchangeable? In other words, can you replace one symbol with another and not affect the result of the code? Okay? The answer is no, because we kind of answered it in part 1. We're doing it again. We're answering the same question in different ways. Okay? So understand this. If you think this is repetitive, it's not. I'm getting you to understand how questioning occurs at a higher level, so you can get used to this. The answer is, can these be interchanged? No, it will affect the code. The coding is exact, so you cannot replace one with the other. Okay? Give an example, and then part 3 says, give an example of how curly braces are used. Right here, we give an example: public static void here, and then we have curly braces. So, from here, real simple. Okay, and give examples, more than one example, of how these parentheses are used. So one example is system.println I love Java. Okay, another example we went over in class is provided you declared scanner is int int number num is equal to ask dot. Hold on, let me go back. Let's change this. Okay, I apologize for changing this. Okay, so that's one. Scanner ask, okay, is equal to new scanner system.in. Okay. In order to declare this, you type in string or int, it doesn't matter. If I ask what is your name, okay, name is equal to ask.next. Okay. Another way to do this, again, a third example is int num is equal to ask.next int open close. Okay. So if you've taken notes in your class, you should be able to answer these questions. Now, maybe these questions you're not used to the wording. Okay, that's okay. I don't expect everyone to understand it on the top, but I want you to get used to it, because eventually this really becomes easy. Okay, so again, this is the whole end of the video, and I will post these results. I'm posting these results, and you should be able to go review this very easily and prepare. Okay. All right, everyone, have a great, wonderful day, and be ready.